you. On December 26, 2017, at 1:58 p.m., Ziya Grant was born. Ziya Grant is one of the most amazing babies I have ever come in contact with, met, saw, cared for, loved. As you all know, she was born one of a twin on the day after Christmas at 1:58 p.m. It was later determined that it was Ziya who broke her bag for me to break my water to start the labor. I guess she was just tired of being in there. The day before they were born, I kept saying to myself, they better not come on Christmas. And Glenn joked around with me saying that they would. But, all in all, they weren't. The next morning, I got up around 6:15, somewhere around there. And what made me get up was that in my head, something was saying, Google what happens if your water breaks while you're asleep. I don't know where it came from, but I immediately searched it. I kind of read the stuff for about 5-10 minutes, and then I got hungry. So my intention was to get up and go fix something to eat, probably just some cereal. I got up from the bed, and right then and there, my water broke. We got to the hospital, and my blood pressure had spiked. And at that moment, they said that they needed to go ahead and do a C-section to get the babies out. Weeks before that, during the sonograms, we were told that, Ziya had some conditions that we, of course, were concerned about, but we just prayed about it, and we just kind of, watched her. At one point, it had gotten so bad that they said that Ziya had stopped growing, and if she hadn't grown anymore by the next sonogram that I went in for, that they would take her then. It just so happens that that date should have been around, not December, January the 5th or so. But, we didn't make it to that date before they decided to come out. In the womb, they told us that Ziya had bilateral club feet, and that she had a hole in her lungs and a mass in her kidney, and that she had a space between her sacrum and her tailbone that was missing. To hear that your child has this stuff beforehand, you always want the doctors to be wrong. Nobody wants the doctor to be right about anything that could be wrong with their child. We prayed about it. Um, we talked to God, and we just talked to the doctors about everything that could be wrong or what would happen if something was not right. Zaya was born with her intestines and her bladder outside of her body. She's also a colostomy bag dependent. She has no vagina, she has no butt, and she has this sac of fluid on her back where her butt should be. That sac of fluid grows rapidly. She also has bilateral club feet. She's been casted. She's been in walking shoes to straighten it out. At this point, nothing is helping her feet. She also has an open pelvic bone, and that's the reason why her legs lay the way that they do. We are waiting to hear the next step of surgery for Ziya. The next step would be to close her pelvis up, as well as get the rest of her bladder back into her body, to drain the fluid from her sac on her butt, and to recast her so we can fix her feet. When they do close her pelvic back up, she will have to get pins to help hold that together. Ziya is strong. I cry because I know that she's gonna make it. I try not to cry because, as much as she probably doesn't comprehend right now, she's very smart and she picks up on a lot. As far as her mobility, Harley will be walking in a couple of months here, and we tried to get something that will make Ziya not feel left out while Harley was on the move. So we contacted Bella's Bumbas. They are a great nonprofit group. They provided her with a wheelchair that she'll be able to get around in for as long as she needs it. I think Ziya has the necessary strength that God wanted her to have. Whatever it is He saw in this little girl, let me say that first, I'm glad I am the one that gets to take this journey with her, because He's got plans. He's got something big planned for her, and I cannot wait to see what it is. Harley and Ziya's relationship. That's a hard one. They are the most funniest twins I know. And I've honestly only came in contact with one other set of twins who I thought were just hilarious. Um, but truth be told, Harley looks out for Ziya. She looks out for Ziya. When they were in the womb, we thought Harley was just covering Ziya's privates because, that's when we couldn't tell what her sex was. We didn't know at the time that she didn't have her lady parts. And the only way we found out what sex she was we had to do a blood test to find that out. But, we just thought that Harley was hiding her genital area so we wouldn't be able to see what she was, like a surprise. but she was really hiding her sister's bladder and her intestines. She knew something wasn't right, and she was covering that up from anything that would threaten her issue that she had. As much as they fight, Harley will hold Ziya's bottle for her. Harley will rub Ziya's head for her. Harley will hold Ziya's hand for her. And I'm just glad. Like, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be their mother. It's awesome. I do want to say thank you to a couple of people. It is not to shade away from other people who have helped Ziya through this journey. I want to say thank you to my mother, my sister Shariva. I want to say thank you to Sade. I want to say thank you to T. I want to say thank you to Brittany. My babysitter is awesome, you guys, so I have to put that out there. I also want to give thanks to Bella's Bumbas, the nonprofit organization. If you need to get a hold of them for any reason, if you have a child, if you know a child who could use Bella's Bumbas, I'll leave the link below the video. And I want to thank Tiny Superheroes for recognizing Ziya as a tiny superhero. And I just want to say thank you to all of Ziya's sponsors and just everyone that's been there for us. Thank you.
Is a strong young lady who is defying all odds. There's a lot of things that the doctors, nurses, maybe some of the therapists have probably said that she would not be able to do. But Ziya is one strong little girl. And when all these other people were saying that she couldn't or she wouldn't, God said differently.
Keep your face always towards the sunshine, and shadows will fall behind you.
She's so loving. She's so calm. She's laid back. Ziya doesn't really do a whole lot. She doesn't really have a lot going on unless she's fighting with Harley.
Shall we begin?
Chai. Mama Chai. Takes it. Oh, girl. don't drink the Tyson. Make the little liquid. Dip your finger in it like you do regular dip your finger thing.
Disgusting.
You said you tried everything.
I tried it already.
You never tried this
I
one?
don't have to try that one. I tried the brand. You can't do that.
You ain't tried Mama Chai? You did, actually. Help you stay hydrated. Taste her. Taste her.
But none.
Shannon.
We're trying to do this. Come
Director,
on.
drink this, director.
What are Ziya's conditions?
She got a messed up in the head sister named Shannon.
As far as she should.
ASMR.
This part?
did.
A fitted hat goes with everything.
It did
It
not.
does. Tell somebody who stuff.
No, just the conditions.
But you said you had something after that before that.
We was gonna say like, what's next for Ziya, but
Go find me.
Surgery.
We love you, Ziya.